Hello there and welcome to my video. Today I will be talking about my DK Ktown4u Fansign experience. I originally recorded this whole video and everything, and as I was editing it I was just watching myself and I was just like it was so bad. It was garbage was what it was. It was it was so bad. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna scrap that. I'm just gonna re-record it again, and here we are. So here I am re-recording it. So I will be talking about my Fansign experience and how that all went and the whole shebang and how Ktown4u was about everything. So buckle up everybody, because we're about to go on a crazy roller coaster that is me during the whole Fansign thing that was going on. So this is how it is. So it all began when I saw on Twitter people talking about Ktown4u doing a Fansign for 17. I previously tried to get into the other Fansigns that were being hosted for 17 through the Korean websites, and obviously I didn't get into those because I only bought like 2 for each one, and I was like, you know, at least it's still a shot, so I only bought 2 and I didn't get in. That's not a surprise, but when Ktown4u was hosting it, I was like, I can understand this website, I'm gonna go all out. It had the instructions in English, I understood everything, so I wanted to make sure that I got in. I was very determined to get in. I saw that they posted on Twitter, they're like, hey, we're doing this Fansign, look at our rules below, and I was like, okay, how do I sign up? So I went on the website, and on the website it was like explaining the rules and stuff about, you know, like, oh, you can apply for the members, you just gotta buy the albums, go ahead and do that. And I was like, okay, I can totally do that. So I went ahead, I was on their website looking at the rules and stuff, and I decided that DK was the member that I wanted to apply to. My bias is actually Wonwoo, but in terms of communication and stuff, I felt more comfortable speaking to DK than Wonwoo. I don't know how comfortable Wonwoo is speaking in English, so I was like, you know what, I feel like DK would be my best shot in having at least one of my biases talk to me. So yeah, DK is my bias wrecker, not my bias. Like, a lot of people think that DK is my bias. No, Wonwoo is my bias, but I decided to go for DK for the Fansign because I felt most comfortable just speaking to him, because I don't know any Korean at all. So I also didn't want to make any other member feel uncomfortable by me just speaking a bunch of English and them not being able to communicate back. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick someone that I feel most comfortable speaking to, and at least I know that if I say something, they might be able to say something back, and I just didn't want anybody to be uncomfortable. That was just my whole spiel. Yeah, I decided to go for DK because I love DK, and I was like, you know what, at least I can speak a little bit of English to him and ask him things, and I don't regret it. He was so cute. But more on that later. So I went on the website and I decided that DK was the member I was gonna apply to. So I decided to buy the albums for DK. And a lot of people have asked, many people have asked, how many albums did you buy? I bought 40 albums for the DK Fansign entry. Whenever I tell people that's how many albums I buy, they all look at me with like this expression of, did you really just spend that much money? And I'm like, honestly, yeah, I did spend that much money. I know that shipping kicked me in the butt when I bought the albums. Shipping was, oh my god, I didn't know that shipping from Ktown4u would be so expensive to the point where I honestly was like, dang, they want a kidney from me, I guess, because that's how expensive it is to just buy the album. But that's how many I bought. I bought 40 of albums. I still don't even, I bought so many. If you haven't seen my unboxing of all of my Hengare albums, you should go and check it out because I unboxed every single one, and all of them basically were the Ktown4u Fansign albums, and boy did I have a hard time because I was smart and decided to be like, I'm not gonna cut the stickers, I'm gonna try and peel the stickers off. Yeah, so it was a whole trip, me trying to unbox it. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I was scrolling through Twitter seeing what other people were saying about the Ktown4u fansign because I've never heard of Ktown4u hosting any fansign. It was the first time I heard it. I didn't know how it personally was, and a lot of people were like, oh, don't do it because Ktown4u won't accept foreign winners. Don't do it. It's not worth your time. And there I was after I bought all 40 of my albums, and I was like, I made a mistake. Oh my god. I was already anxious enough that I bought the albums, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get in, but then all these people just made my anxiety skyrocket because I was like, oh my god, I bought all those albums just to not get in. They're like, yeah, they don't pick foreign fans. They only pick Korean fans. You're not gonna get in if you buy them. And I'm just like, don't tell me that. Oh my gosh. It got me feeling some type of way. It made me so anxious. All I know is that the period to buy the albums was from the 29th of June to the 1st of July. And I bought it like on the 30th or something, and so I had to wait like a day and a half for me to find out if I won, and those were the worst day and a half ever because I was so anxious about it, and people online did not help. I remember the day that the announcement was gonna happen was like July 2nd at like 5 a.m. where I live, and I could not sleep that night. And I decided not to wake up at like 5 in the morning because no. Instead, my body decided to wake me up at around 6:30 in the morning, and I didn't want to take a look at the winners list because I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get in. Needless to say, I woke up and I decided to check the notifications on my phone because that's usually what I do when I wake up. So I woke up and I checked my notifications and I saw that I got an email from Ktown4u, and I was like, what is this email about? And I opened it and it said, congratulations! I was like, shut up, no way! And so I immediately like got up and I texted my friend. I was like, dude, I got in, and they were asleep, but when they woke up they were like, oh my god, shut up. I was so happy. And after that I actually went to the website and I was like, you know what, let me double check to see if my name is on the list. Am I tripping? I want to make sure. So I went on the website, I checked, and there was my name on the list, and I was like, yes! I get to a video call with DK, that's so crazy to me! So, after that was over, I calmed down, I wasn't as anxious anymore. But then, in the email it said that they were gonna do a test video call to make sure that you are you, because you can't transfer your video call to anyone else. And I was like, you know what, I can totally do that. I can make sure that I am me. I was waiting for the video call. It was supposed to be, I think, on July 10th, which is the day before the actual video call with the member that you chose to happen. And I was like, I can assure that it's me. And the video call was supposed to be at 1 a.m. for me. Because it was it was like 2 p.m. in Korea, but it's 1 a.m. for me. So I stayed up, and I was a little tired, not gonna lie, because I work, so I wake up a little early to go to work and everything. So I was like, you know, I'll stay up and wait. And it was about 1:30 when I still didn't get the call, and I was like, okay, and you know what? Maybe they're a little behind schedule. Don't worry about it. And I waited. And waited, and it was ultimately 3:30 in the morning, and they still didn't call me, and I'm just like, oh my god, did I mess up? Did I mess up the application? Did I do something wrong? Did I not do anything right? Oh my god, I'm not getting the call. And then finally, at around almost, it was like really close to being 4, they sent out an email saying, we're not doing the test video call. I was like, you guys made me stay up an extra 2 hours and a half. 2.5 hours. I could have been sleeping. I was so pressed. Oh my I could not believe what just happened. I was very disappointed in Ktown4u for doing that to me. But it was whatever. I don't even know what the test video call was supposed to be like. I don't know. They didn't do it. I guess they didn't get to verify that it was me. So the next day, it was D-Day. It was the video call time, and I was so nervous I could not sleep the night before. And my video call was going to be at 5:30 a.m. That was my scheduled time for my video call, and I could not sleep. I tried sleeping. I at most probably slept like 2 hours, and that was because I was so nervous. And I don't know why I was so nervous. There was no need for me to be so nervous, but I was so nervous. I was like, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna do? I had pre-planned a list of things that I would want to say, just in case I blanked out. I would have a list just there. And I remember I got up at around 4:30ish. I got up, got ready, because I didn't want to look ugly, because that would make me really, really sad if I just looked really ugly for the video call. So I got ready. I did my hair. I did my makeup. And then at around 5:20ish, I sat down, set myself up, got ready. I was just, ready. And then around 5:35 or something, they sent out a message that said, your video call will start in 5 minutes. And I was like, I was panicking. I was like, oh my god, okay. So I'm like, I have to mentally prepare myself for this video call. I can do it. I can do it. I can mentally prepare myself. And I was getting ready, and then 2 minutes later, the call started. They lied to me again. Ktown4u was full of lies. I did not get my 5 minutes to prepare. I only got 2 minutes. So I was there fumbling with my phone because I was not ready. And I answered the call, and then boom. DK's face. Right on my camera. He was so cute. Oh my god. That's all I can, he had the biggest and brightest smile on his face. My heart melted. Oh my god. It was so cute. And I remember I was like, oh my god, I was like, hi, and he was like, hi. And then I was like, oh, how are you? And he was like, I'm good, thank you, and you? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, bro, now that I'm talking to you, my serotonin, I got boosted. I was so happy. I was like, oh, I'm fine, thank you, and I'm like, I'm glad you're doing well. And then he said something in Korean, and I was like, I don't understand you. And then he was like, oh, me too, and I was like, oh, okay. And then after that, I asked him what his favorite song on the album was, and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, if we have the same favorite song, that means we're besties. We are besties if we share the same favorite song. I want to know if we're besties. And so then he replied with, oh, gachi gayo. And I was like, I said gachi gayo? Because, in the spur of the moment, I was just so, flustered and caught up that I didn't quite hear him. And I wasn't expecting a Korean answer. So I was like, oh, gachi gayo. And he goes, oh, gachi gayo. And I was like, oh, can you sing a little bit for me? And then he started singing the song. And it's together, by the way. He started singing it, and now in my mind, I was like, oh, we share the same favorite song. We're officially besties now. Me and DK are now officially besties. It's plastered everywhere. We're besties now. So, you got nothing on me now. We're both best friends. Best friend status, besties. And so then after he sang, which it was lovely, by the way. His singing was beautiful. But what else is new? I was like, oh, that's my favorite song too. And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, that's my favorite song. And I also like My My. Now, being the person that I am, I created this My My poster. Or it's a painting, actually. I created this My My painting. And I had it hung up behind me. And I pointed to it, and then he saw it, and he was like, oh, My My. And I was like, yeah, I really, really like My My. It's, my favorite song. And then he said, sing, please. And I was like, you want me to sing? And he's like, yeah, sing. And I'm like, boy, I don't sing, I don't know how to sing. And I started to panic. I was like freaking out. I was like, I told him, I was like, I don't know any Korean. I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't. And he's like, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to be so supportive. Stop being so cute. And eventually I mumbled out some of the chorus because that's all I could think of at the moment. And he was like, oh, good job, good job. And then he had to say goodbye because the time was over by that point. And I was really sad because I wanted to tell him that I love him and that he's one of my favorites and that, you know, that I support him and he's doing great. But I didn't get to do that because I was so flustered and it was, why would he ask me to sing? I don't know. Are we certified besties now? Yes, because we share the same favorite song. Am I really sad that he made me sing? Yes. However, I did make him laugh. So I take points for that. I think him seeing me so, like, I was trying to think, and I bet if I were in a cartoon, fumes would come out of my ears because I could not a single lyric of the song came to my mind when I was thinking of it. I could not, it did not come to me. I could not think of it. It was very, very sad. It made me really sad. So I could not think of anything. And I tried really hard, and then you could see it in my, like, I had such a pained face because I couldn't think of anything. Eventually I started singing, but he laughed because I guess I was funny to him. So I'll take points for that. He was so cute, and he spoke to me mainly in English, besides the few Korean parts, but he spoke, and his English was so cute. Oh, it was the sweetest. Technically for the Ktown4u fansign, you're not supposed to record, but I did because I'm gonna record it. Why wouldn't I record it? Who am I? Someone that follows the rules? Nah. I ended up recording it. I used Kakao Talk as like the platform in which I was gonna do the video call, and I did not realize that if you try to screen record with Kakao Talk, it does not pick up the audio. And so I have the recording but no audio. And half of me is really sad, but the other half of me isn't sad because on one end, I ended up singing and no one wants to hear that, so I don't mind that. But on the other end, DK did sing, and now it's just something I remember, but I would like to listen to it again because it was so nice. Baby. So I'm kind of a little sad that I didn't get the voice recording for it, but you know, part of me is like, it's no biggie. You don't want to hear. I wouldn't want to listen to my own voice anyways. I bet I sound really grotesque. Ugh. No. Also with the Fansign, you do get a signed album. So I got my little signed album right here. It says Jadal is on it. And so I was really happy to see that, you know, he signed it. I was wondering what version of the album that he would sign, and he ended up signing the Hana version of the album. And right here you get to see the little page he picked out. He picked out this page right here. Is his little signature right there, and then that's my name, my last name, which I covered up. And then I don't know what those are after my last name. I really don't know what that is. I wish I could tell you what that is. My heart is telling me to say that those are hearts. He put little hearts after my name, but honestly, I couldn't say. But now I have a signature page, and I'm really happy about it. What am I gonna do with it? I don't know. I don't know what I should do with this signature page. I want to display it somewhere, but I don't know exactly what to do. But he signed it, and now I have a signed album from him, so I'm pretty happy about that. I think that's pretty cool. I don't have any signed anything. I don't have signed merch, but now I do, and now I have this. So I'm pretty happy about that. All in all, the Fansign experience was pretty good. I mean, Ktown4u did do a little bit of hiccups here and there, you know, making me feel a little lost sometimes, but the Fansign itself, like the video call itself, it was all worth it in the end. I had a really good time. DK was the sweetest, and if I could go back, I'd go back and do it again. I want to talk to him again. I miss him. So, yeah, it was so sweet. So yeah, I might play the video that I took, you know, at the end after I'm done talking, so if you want to watch how it went down, you can watch it after this. So I'm probably gonna just stick it in the end. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time with my next video.